Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Rachel Williams begins now.
Good evening, everyone. A pedestrian was killed early this morning when he was struck by an oncoming vehicle on the Midland Highway near Brighton. The man is the 5th person to die on our roads this festive season in what's become an horrific week for emergency crews. Our reporter Michelle Wisby has more.
It was here on the Midland Highway at Brighton. A male pedestrian was fatally struck down by an oncoming vehicle in the early hours of this morning. Around 3:20, a passenger phoned police after discovering the man on the highway near the Briggs Road overpass.
It's certainly a particularly dark area and not an area that any driver would expect to see a pedestrian at that time of the morning or any time of the day for that matter in a 110 kilometre zone.
Police say the 30-year-old from Claremont died instantly after being hit by a large vehicle, possibly a truck.
I would urge that driver to please come forward, even if they only suspect that they may have struck something. They may not even be fully aware that it's been a person that they have actually struck.
Police urging anyone with information about the morning's incident to contact Crime Stoppers. In what has been a horrific week, the man is the 5th person to die this festive season. 3 18-year-olds and a 69-year-old also died as a result of incidents on Tasmanian roads between Christmas and the New Year. Police have again today pleaded with motorists to remain vigilant on the roads to avoid any more tragedy after a devastating start to the year.
A fire believed to have been deliberately lit has caused $500,000 damage to a timber mill in Mowbray. Fire crews worked hard to stop the blaze from spreading to nearby homes as concerned neighbours watched on.
Thick smoke rises over homes in Mowbray as residents try to get out of its path. Fire crews raced to Vermont Road around 6 o'clock last night after the blaze broke out in an old barn.
There's a vacant yard out over the back and just smelt some smoke and ducked over the back fence to have a look at it, and there was a fire that had started in the structure and it had pretty much caught.
The flames clearly visible as neighbours waited nervously for firefighters to stop it spreading to homes close by. The barn and another building had been used as a timber mill, that timber inside only adding to the fuel load. Several vehicles were incinerated. There were also fears about possible asbestos inside. Luckily, no one was injured. But police have confirmed the fire is suspicious. Neighbours say there have already been 3 fires at the site just in the past week.
Couldn't say whether they've been deliberately lit, but it's a lot of small fires, so it seems a bit of a coincidence, but I don't know whether it's deliberate or not.
Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. Sean McComish, 7 Tasmania News.
2 men have faced the Hobart Magistrates Court today, charged with wounding and firearm offences. Police arrested the Bridgewater men, aged 35 and 20, yesterday morning, and today both men were remanded in custody. The pair is due to reappear in court on January 10. Revellers around Tasmania have brought in 2019 in style as celebrations reached fever pitch at the stroke of midnight. Crowds had no shortage of options in what proved to be one of the biggest New Year's celebrations the state has ever seen.
The folks in Launceston set the tone of the evening. In Hobart, things weren't much different.
I don't remember what I did an hour ago. I was at Falls an hour ago, so I that was good. I remember that much.
Beerfest providing the highlight up north. Down south, it was all about the taste of Tasmania. Aussie musician Tex Perkins keeping the mob interested until midnight when the skies lit up. The occasion marked with a cheeky New Year smooch. Crowds promising themselves a change for 2019.
I'm going to run a half marathon for 2019. Cheers.
Life is too short. Don't be miserable. Go out there, get it, look for it, find it, chase it. Absolutely.
Others already satisfied with the way things are tracking.
I've got no plans. I actually exercise enough at the gym, so I'm pretty happy with that.
To drink less alcohol, but still make a fool of myself. It's the best I can do.
Police praising the behaviour of crowds around the state, capping off a memorable year in the Apple Isle. Tom Cooper, 7 Tasmania News.
More than 3,000 voluntary breath tests have been conducted at this year's Marion Bay Falls Festival in an effort to keep our roads safe. Patrons were invited to take the tests before driving home from the New Year's festival today, making sure they were under the limit before getting behind the wheel. The Road Safety Advisory Council says this equated to around a quarter of all festival patrons choosing to take a test. There may have been a few sore heads today, but that didn't stop thousands making their way to the Longford Cup. Organisers say the race's century-old legacy and laid-back atmosphere once again drew the masses to the track.
Blue skies over picture-perfect green turf. The weather welcomed in thousands to the race that stops Longford.
Longford's beautiful, the race course is beautiful, great people, great food, great band. Lovely.
Some dressed for the day.
Oh, it's just a good day. All the beers, mate. Good atmosphere, good mates.
Just look at it. It's a good day, free beers, $60 to get in. Good day all around.
But there was more to take home than just a tan. With lucky punters jumping for joy to win.
Have you won?
Yes.
Others were a little more discreet.
How much did you get on that one?
I can't tell that. The wife could be watching the news tonight.
More than 4,000 made their way to the trackside. A day after New Year's Eve, it's more of a laid-back race day, and that's just how organisers like it.
It's a really relaxing day. We have no trouble crowd-wise and what have you in terms of like sort of behaviour and what have you. I think all the fizz has gone out of people after Christmas and New Year, and they just come out here for a really enjoyable day.
Sean McComish, 7 Tasmania News.
There was a New Year's celebration of a different kind at the Launceston General Hospital overnight. Mum Dusty and Dad Grant welcomed little Amali, Jane, into the world. She's the first Tasmanian to be born in 2019, arriving just after midnight.
All the pain and everything you go through is just goes, and you're like, wow, this is my little human. Like, I made her, and you just feel incredible.
The parents say they can't wait to share their lives with the newest member of their family.
An outsider has claimed bragging rights in today's Longford Cup, with 8-year-old gelding Hugo upstaging favourites Gigi's Golden Girl and Zatakla.
Hugo the inside's got a kick from Gigi's Golden Girl. I reckon Hugo's beaten Gigi's Golden Girl, Zatakla.
The stable taking home a cool $20,000 for their efforts. The business end of the Burnie Carnival is nearly underway, with the men's and women's gifts about to begin. Tom Johnson is at West Park. An exciting night ahead, Tom, but a big name will be missing from the men's race.
Yes, there will be, Tom. Jack Hale's hoodoo has continued in Burnie. He's missed out on tonight's men's gift final after a razor-thin finish in today's semi. It was very, very close in the end. The one to watch instead, Jacob Despard, the current stall gift champion, who's going for his second Burnie gift title. Now let's take a look at how the day's action so far has unfolded. After injury cursed his 2017 effort and the bad luck dragged on in 2018, the Hailstorm hoped to turn things around in 2019. It didn't happen, with a photo finish deciding the scratch starter's fate. He was pipped by Brisbane-based Ash Maloney, a decathlete who would love to get his hands on the gift's generous prize money.
Yeah, well, I've never won money from any race before, so it'd be very different. Might try and get myself into a car if I can.
Jacob Despard last won the Burnie gift as a 16-year-old back in 2013, but after becoming just the 4th Tasmanian to claim the prestigious stall gift, he's confident of claiming the crown again.
Yeah, definitely. It's really, made me believe in myself a lot more, and I guess I know what it's like to be at the top now, so, I've always got things to look forward to, and it really helps at training, making me work a lot harder.
Last year's women's gift winner, Kiani Allen, will try to go back-to-back. She had her work cut out in today's races, needing a barnstorming finish to make the cut-off for tonight's final. Finishing much more comfortably was 19-year-old Brooke Jones, who won a few nights ago in Latrobe.
I was just focusing on my own race and running as hard as I could to make sure I got into the final.
3-time winner Morgan Gaffney is also through after sneaking into 3rd place in today's heat.
Gaffney throws out the challenge. Downey's there. Competition Downey almost together.
In the wheel, Sam Welsford will go for an historic 4th consecutive crown in Burnie tonight, while the wood chopping continues to grow in popularity, often starring entire families of champions. And today a mother and daughter swung the axe, but on opposite teams. Mum Heather and 17-year-old Molly put the generations to the test.
It'd be nice to, go to Sydney maybe and win with Molly, for sure.
But they do plan to join forces in the future.
She's taught me how to start a saw, how to put handles on and how to clean them.
They lost today to woodchopping's biggest name, David Foster, and his daughter. On a beautiful sunny day, organisers are thrilled with the crowd and how the Burnie Carnival is rebuilding its popularity and prestige.
We've got a huge amount of volunteers that give up 4 days of their time to set up an amazing ground like it is today. And it just keeps building. Businesses are supporting us really well.
Stay tuned to 7 Tasmania for updates on the men's and women's gift results throughout the night. Tom Johnson, 7 Tasmania News.
And the 2019 yachting season kicks off tomorrow with Sydney Hobart Handicap winner Alive set to contest the King of the Derwent. The 66-foot killer became just the 3rd Tasmanian boat in history to claim the Tattersall's Cup and will be up against Launceston to Hobart Line Honours winner Fork in the Road.
Good evening. Well, it's been a warm day for most parts of the state today. Hobart reached 27, Launceston 26, 23 for Devonport and Burnie 24. Friendly Beaches had the state's high with 29 degrees. Maria Island and St Helens shared 28, 25 for Ouse. Smithton, Lowhead and the Islands all 21. The satellite shows low-level clouds streaming into the west and far south due to onshore winds. A weakening frontal cloud band can be seen crossing Tasmania, while another cloud band stretches from northeast New South Wales to the Tasman Sea. Tomorrow, the cold front is lingering near the northeast of Tasmania. Weak ridges of high pressure lie over South Australia and Queensland. On to boating, westerly winds 15 to 25 knots, reaching 30 knots about the south, but tending lighter and more variable in the east. There is a strong wind warning current for the southern coastal waters from Tasman Island to Low Rocky Point. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and 24 for Hobart, 22 for Geeveston and Bothwell 23 degrees. Launceston warm with 27, 25 for Devonport and 28 for Cressy. A shower or two expected for Strawn, 25 for Burnie and 20 for Curry also. And on the east coast, a possible shower for St Helens, 23 for Swansea, Alford 24 degrees. The UV is set at extreme right across the board. Fine apart from possible showers on Thursday, mainly about the east in the morning and early afternoon. Friday, fine until showers develop during the evening about the east and southeast. And looking to Saturday, fine until showers develop during the evening, mainly about the east and southeast. Sunny conditions for Adelaide, Melbourne and Alice Springs. Cairns can expect a few showers and a possible storm for Canberra and Darwin. And in Hobart, it's currently 22, partly cloudy, Launceston 24 and sunny, Devonport 21 and sunny. Rach, that's the weather for this evening. But on another note, on behalf of the entire news team, congratulations on your 8-year anniversary here reading the Bulletin.
Oh, thank you very much for that, Jessie. I'm very privileged to work with you all. Well, that's all your news for now. We leave you with pictures from New Year's celebrations across the state. I'll be back later with updates, and on behalf of our entire news team, wish you a safe and happy 2019. Thanks for joining us. Good night.